Look how insanely beautiful it is, guys. In this vlog, I'll try to include as many of the must-see things here in Amsterdam. I'm on my way to the most famous square. Ta-da! This is Dam Square. Really busy place, the center of Amsterdam, surrounded by a lot of shops, museums, and all kinds of public transportation. But, okay, I wasn't careful. This is the place where it's the most central square of the city. Protests happen here or other art exhibitions, and in general people express themselves often in the square. Madame Tussauds Museum right here on the square. A lot of historical buildings, as you can see, and thousands of pigeons. Let's go disturb them. Kind of light and tourists today. Haha, look at the kid holding the pigeon. And we couldn't be here and not go south all the way to Kalverstraat. This is the main shopping district of Amsterdam, significantly less busy than every other day of the year, and it's definitely because of Corona. So we'll take a walk down this street and you can admire some shops. As you can see, the buildings are all kind of the same. It's the protected architecture that we talked about. This is the entrance to a museum. Tourist stuff, some cards, more cheeses, like we said. Dutch people have cheese shops everywhere. Another cheese shop, and across a boutique of Ajax. I'm sure a lot of people would like to visit this one, especially fans of football. Can't believe we already see Christmas decorations. Wow, guys! All these are space cakes, which are desserts made with cannabis. Ta-da! The duck place. Here in Amsterdam, they have a lot of diamonds. There are lots of fancy shops where you can buy expensive watches and jewelry. This walk today reminds me of when I first came in the Netherlands, and that's why I'm taking you here right now, so I can show you the flower market of Amsterdam. This whole route down there, it's covered with tulip bulbs. You know, Netherlands are famous for their tulips. So this is the place where you can come and shop. It goes way on the other side of the canal. All these little stores here, they also flowers. As you remember, Netherlands has, actually Amsterdam, has an insane amount of bikes. So in the canals, you see old boats like this, renovated or actually repurposed is the right word. Yeah, they have been repurposed to be bike parking, because otherwise the streets here, they would be full of bikes. I find it really smart to repurpose old boats like this. I'm now moving to Spui Square. You will see a really cute square surrounded by tiny shops. There also is an interesting place here. You can find the tastiest cookie of Amsterdam, and usually the queue is really long. It goes all the way 2 blocks away. I've been dreaming about it for the last 2 days, honestly. The moment that I would bite it, it's so soft and nice. I hope I'll be lucky enough to just grab one, go out of the store, because it's delicious. But on the other hand, I don't want to spend 40 minutes waiting for a cookie. Here we are at the Spui Square. See how pretty it is now that it's a bit lively with people. Usually they have a market here once per week where you can buy books or pieces of art like paintings, jewelry, and as you see, they also have some beer places. I'm under the impression that the chocolatery is open, so I'm gonna attempt to get some cookies. Let's go do some shopping. Amazing! I managed to get my cookies. A lovely day, guys. It's one of the few ones we get like this here I really like places like this by the canal to enjoy your coffee or your lunch, especially on a great day like today. Look at this house for birds. Isn't this really funny? I just want you to see this Targa 4S right here by the canals. I think it's really pretty, especially in this setting. It's a lovely car, one of my favorites. Now I'm gonna step into a cafe and get us some coffee. The most weird shops I've ever seen. It's called Elias Frog and it has all kinds of weird things. Totally worth a visit. And that's where the entrance to the museum is. And next to it, another amazing, super old place, and it has printing and typing paraphernalia. I'll show it to you closer because it's old things, like vintage techniques with a modern twist. Inks and stamps and quills. Interesting. Lego. And here I am crossing this passage. It's not even, I cannot even spread my arms. And the next thing is I'm going to my bike so I can be more independent. Okay, it might take me a while to find my bike. Oh wow, it wasn't so busy when I parked it. Okay, where is the bike? Another bridge, another canal. I'm trying to find a bench and enjoy my cookie. Leaves are turning brown.
Ja, want je hebt de auto.
It's still sunny and pleasant. The thing is that these cookies are best enjoyed when they're warm and hot. So I decided to make a quick stop just to enjoy at least one of them now that it's still hot. So it's like this, and inside it has 3 different types of melted chocolate. Absolutely divine. A wooden car spot, but it's right next to me. If you notice all the Amsterdam buildings, they have these beams going forward from the building. It's a standard in the construction of all of these. You can't pull furniture up from the stairs because usually staircases are really inconvenient for bulky furniture. So they put a rope outside their apartment, and usually a big truck is here with a platform to help them carry their stuff on each floor. These buildings, how old they are, yet how pretty they are. One next to the other, leaning on to each other. Another cheese place. I decided to step on this small alley so you can see these nice cafes. The market is open. When I first moved around here, almost 5 years ago, that was the thing that was the most difficult for me, was to make sense of all the canals and the different bridges, because honestly in my head it was all the same, like everywhere it was the same. So I used to put notes where I would park my bike so I wouldn't lose it, because I had spent a lot of hours trying to find the right bridge. It can get a bit insane. I'll grab my bike right now, which is this, with a classy plastic bag addition on top, so I will not be getting wet from the rain. Really classy. Oh, let's cross this small small alley, and maybe I can get closer to Leidseplein. Some of these buildings, guys, these houses, they're built since 1500, 1670. Really old houses. You can look inside in some of them. Most of them don't have any curtains as well, because that's the Dutch way of doing stuff in your house. You don't need no curtains. I'm saying this because these houses are really old, really crooked, and really overpriced. Super expensive to live in the center of Amsterdam, but you can see why. It's ridiculously beautiful. Oh, Amsterdam, with all your beautiful houses. Just so you know, guys, some fun facts now that I'm touring around. All the city center of Amsterdam is protected by UNESCO, just to preserve this beautiful architecture, and of course the canals and the little bridges, which have been deteriorating, of course, because they're dipped in water. The city spends a big amount of money every year just to maintain them. These autumn colors in Amsterdam are so pretty. Sea green is turning to orange. Pretty soon it's gonna be winter. 2 bridges, and this is a unique point of the city where there are 7 bridges in a row, one after the other. It's really nice thing to see, and also to explore it while being in the water in a small boat, which are usually cruising around. Oh, like this one there, which is getting further. These are tourist boats. Now you can see that straight ahead is Leidseplein. We have a lot of cheese places here in Amsterdam. They make a lot of cheese here in the Netherlands. Really well known for their cheese. And here we are at Leidseplein. Across the street, it says Bulldog. This was the first coffee shop in the world. You can find it at several places around Amsterdam, but this was the very first place where you could consume marijuana and light drugs without having done something illegal. Across the street, we have really beautiful buildings. Are the headquarters of Apple. This is the central branch of Apple. Across the street, so I could show you these crazy beautiful buildings. This is the theater here in front of me, building in the corner right here. I think they have renovated them to be hotels now. These buildings are super old. They used to be something back in the day. A little bit of car spotting. This Tesla here. Ta-da! It's really matte, the color, like grey-ish. So good. Charging. Look at this. Remember playing this when you were a kid? They have these things in a lot of neighborhoods here, just so kids can entertain themselves. It might be a bit rainy. I don't really care. I'm enjoying this ride so much. The weather is around 14 degrees. You don't get sweaty while you bike, and also you don't get cold. I'm across the center and head to another really famous neighborhood, which is called The Pipe. And ta-da! This is the Rijksmuseum, which you see right in front of me. And then I'm gonna head to the left. I'm gonna stop recording because I don't wanna get killed in the street. See, we have our own lane. Oh, a nice Porsche.
Oh, please subscribe and like this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.